What's new for the 2022 Hyundai Tucson? The Tucson's redesign is sweeping, changing it from an anonymous crossover into something distinct, inside and out. Built from dozens of complex origami folds, the Tucson comes to the US in just one size, while a shorter version will also be sold in other countries. What kind of vehicle is the 2022 Hyundai Tucson? The Hyundai Tucson is a 5-seat compact crossover that has been completely redesigned for 2022 to better compete in automotive's most hotly contested segment. The Tucson starts with a striking grille with puffy jacket look that is flanked by columns of LED lighting that angle off into the fenders. The cut-increased fenders leave only a few square feet of flat body panels. The wheel wells wear just a little cladding, and what's there is almost lost in the chiseled side view. With a slight metallic spline woven into the roofline and LED taillights that resemble cleats, the 2022 Tucson has our full attention. The Tucson's interior hones down the hard bevels and drapes digital displays over the center stack in a waterfall of techno. There's hardly any complex surfacing inside, other than the twin hoops that lower the dash and put distance between it and the front passengers. Some Tucsons will adopt a digital gauge cluster and a touchscreen for secondary controls. Gas, hybrid, and plug-in hybrid powertrains motivate the 2022 Tucson. Base versions get the 187 horsepower 2.5-liter inline-4 with 182 pound-feet of torque. An 8-speed automatic ships power to the front or to all 4 wheels. The latest version of Hyundai's all-wheel drive system adds mud, sand, and snow modes to its existing Eco, Comfort, Smart, and Sport drive modes. A sporty N-Line edition will also be offered, though that is a styling package and doesn't add more power or performance. A 1.6-liter Turbo 4 with a hybrid system delivers a net of 226 horsepower and 258 pounds-ft of torque. The Tucson hybrids get special hardware that boosts its directional stability and steering response when the road kinks or gets wet and slippery. The plug-in hybrid has the same gas engine, but a larger 13.8 kWh battery pack and more power. That upsized battery allows for an EPA-rated 33 miles of electric range. All Tucsons will come with automatic emergency braking, active lane control, blind spot monitors, smart parking assist, and automatic high beams. Available safety features include adaptive cruise control with stop-and-go functionality and blind spot braking intervention. Base versions get an 8.0 inches touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. Bose premium audio and automatic climate control are available. How much does the 2022 Hyundai Tucson cost? The Tucson is offered in 4 trim levels for gas models and 3 for the Tucson hybrid. The C starts at $26,135, followed by the Cell at $27,685 and Line at $31,785, and finally the luxurious Limited at $35,885. All of the gas models come with standard front-wheel drive. Adding all-wheel drive costs $1,500 across the board. All-wheel drive comes standard on the hybrid models, which start at $30,235 for the Blue. That is followed by the Cell Convenience for $32,835 and the Limited for $38,535. Comparing the hybrid to the gas version, it represents around a $1,100 markup at each step compared to the corresponding odd gas trim. That's similar to the gap you'll find between the hybrids, gas models of the Toyota RAV4 or Honda CR-V. Plug-in hybrid Tucsons can cost nearly $45,000. Where is the 2022 Hyundai Tucson made? Some gas models are produced in Montgomery, Alabama, but other gas models are also built along with the hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and N-Line variants in Ulsan, South Korea. Styling. Bold choices inside and out pay off here, with the Tucson's striking grille and angular sides drawing plenty of eyes on the road. We give it a 7, with a point extra for its exterior and interior. Is the 2022 Hyundai Tucson a good-looking car? In stark contrast to the old Tucson's anonymous styling, the redesigned Tucson opts for the same angular approach that Hyundai also took with the recently redone Elantra to give it some visual panache. The sides are filled with dramatic creases on both doors, topped by a sharp line that feeds into the taillights. Up front, the LED daytime running lights have been integrated into the grille. The lights look like grille elements until they're illuminated, hiding in plain sight the rest of the time. The rear of the Tucson hides the exhaust tips behind the rear bumper and comes with plenty of sharp lines of its own from the downward pointing taillights and diamond detailing in the rear bumper. Hybrids get few changes, save for the energy consumption screens baked into their digital displays. Just like the outside, the interior look is entirely different, though it takes fewer risks. The center console is now mostly composed of a glossy black panel that also houses the multimedia screen. It looks much more modern, but watch out for fingerprints, those stick like glue on the glossy surface. Limited models replace many of the controls with capacitive touch buttons, a change that I don't think is for the better. Performance: we give the Tucson a 6 for performance, with the extra point awarded for its ride quality. Gas-powered models will be more popular, but their acceleration is just average. It's the ride that gives the crossover its extra point. Is the Hyundai Tucson 4WD. All of the gas models come standard with front-wheel drive, with all-wheel drive available as a $1,500 option. All Tucson hybrids come with odd standard. How fast is the Hyundai Tucson? There is a clear difference in performance between the Tucson's two powertrains, and the hybrid is the obvious choice between the two. Powering the gas versions is a 187 horsepower, 2.5-liter inline-4 that makes 178 pounds-ft of torque and comes mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. The hybrid's 1.6-liter turbo 4-gas engine offers similar output on its own, but adds on an electric motor to bump total system output to 226 horsepower. Instead of a continuously variable transmission, the hybrid opts for a 6-speed automatic, which helps to make the driving experience feel more natural. All-wheel drive is optional on all gas models and standard on the hybrid. After driving both models, it's hard to recommend the gas version. The electric boost from the motors feels like a necessary additive, when contrasted to the 2.5-liter engine's hesitancy when it comes to acceleration, both off the line and when attempting passes as well. The hybrid also uses an e-handling system that utilizes the electric motor to improve handling and make the vehicle feel more balanced while turning. Tucson hybrids have light steering and good ride quality at moderate to high speeds, even with the added weight of the battery pack and bigger wheels. In city driving, the suspension doesn't gather itself as quickly after bumps, and lumpy roads can cause it to skitter in search of traction. It's much the same with the plug-in hybrid, which carries up to 235 pounds of curb weight around, which can generate some suspension heaving. In either, switching the drivetrain into sport mode narrows its steering focus and snips off shifts more quickly at the expected cost of efficiency. Comfort and quality: the redesigned Tucson is larger, adding cargo space and lots of rear leg room. We give the Tucson points above average for front seat comfort and cargo space, which brings it to a 7 here. The redesigned Tucson is much larger for 2022, though it still feels compact-sized when parking and driving it thankfully. The wheelbase has been stretched by 3.4 inches to 108.5 inches, and overall length is up 6.1 inches to 182.3 inches, which puts it much closer in size to its rivals, the RAV4 and CRV. Inside, that additional space is felt the most in the rear seats and the cargo area. The Tucson's front seats are mostly supportive, though a thigh seat extension would be appreciated. Cloth seating is standard, with leather upholstery optional on the Cell and standard on the Limited. Rear legroom is now up to 41.3 inches, giving the back seat plenty of room to fit 2 adults. In hybrid models, there's actually more rear legroom than front legroom. The rear seat can also recline quite a bit for added comfort, and with the optional panoramic sunroof equipped, it feels like an airy and expansive space. Cargo volume has also jumped to 38.7 cubic feet behind the rear seats from 31.0 cubic feet, topping out at 74.8 cubic feet with the seats dropped.